The Civics Bee is really the opportunity for young junior high students to think about how to activate things that they would like to see done in their communities.
They were asked 20 questions before we just broke. The top 5 out of the 16 that participated will then come back, do a third round, and the winner will be chosen from that group.
The Civics Bee is a really cool opportunity for students to be engaged in their communities and give them a platform to share how to improve their communities with local officials, business leaders, and their peers.
We first learned about the Civics Bee about a year ago as an opportunity to engage the next generation of leaders around all things civic education, civic engagement. And so when we heard about this opportunity, we raised our hand early. I think we're one of the first states to raise our hands to do the Civics Bee competition. We're state number 2 for the U.S. Chamber. It fit really well with the mission that we have, which is coming together to solve problems and engaging the next generation of leaders and figuring out how do we do that and do that together.
This is an opportunity, one, to showcase and put our young people on a platform of positivity around education and helping them to see that problem solving is an exercise that they can do well and that we're going to celebrate them for doing well. We're hearing their voice and we're hearing their ideas and we're seeing them as valuable as answers for what's going on in our community.
My favorite part is listening to the kids. I mean, those students really are thinking about everything that is happening in our communities. And I think as adults, when we just stop and listen to these kids, there's so much to be learned from that.
Well, I really like the quiz part of it. I think getting the audience engaged and kind of testing their knowledge too. I heard a lot of laughing and kind of like heckling in the audience of parents that maybe didn't get it right and their student did, which was cool to see.
It is a day that is meant to celebrate. You know, yes, it's a competition, but we are here to celebrate middle school students and their accomplishments.
We represent over 50 local chambers of commerce. So can you imagine if every one of those local chambers were to host their own bee and then send the finalists to the state bee like you saw today? That's where we can really engage the entire community in all 4 corners of the state.
And next year, I want to see Kentucky kids on the national stage. We want to see them competing amongst our neighboring border states and all across the country because they're going to bring it and it's going to be fun to watch them compete nationally.